Hello everyone. So today I want to talk about two two films, and they're both for the Pride Month. So on the one hand, I've got Bros, and on the other hand, I have Trick. Now they're both romantic comedies, released about 20 years, or could be longer apart. Trick's released in about 1999, I think, and Bros was a couple of years ago. A couple of years ago? Was it last year? Maybe last year. Okay, so, alright, so the quick and easy version of Bros, I can say is, well, alright, it's a romantic comedy, but it's not romantic and it's not funny. Okay, look, I love romantic comedies. They're, they're the things that I love the most about watching movies. But let's backtrack a bit and let's try to put this into what was the movie trying to be? And it was trying to be a Judd Apatow comedy. And honestly, I don't really like Judd Apatow romantic comedies, so I'm probably not the audience for Bros. Sorry, I keep calling it Bros because when I see the image that they use, it looks like Bruce Springsteen, and the name sounds like Bros, like a 80s music group. So to me, it's like should be like an 80s movie, but it isn't. So anyway, that's a marketing thing that I think they misjudged. It's okay. So it's about this sort of grouchy kind of gay man played by Billy Eichner, who is looking for love, but seems to doesn't really want it. Anyway, so like he ends up finding another fellow who is also not looking for love, but they end up kind of falling for each other. Like it's a nice sort of a premise. There's what I would say went wrong is that it I think he got into his own head of, okay, this is the first gay film being released by a major studio, so I have to be all things to all people, and you can't be all things to all people, and I think that's where it really fell down. Like it there's so much stuff that's extra to the plot. I think it should have just been happy being a kind of mask for mask story, which is kind of is. There's a scene which to me embodies what the film should have been, which is it's later into the film, and apparently it is based on something real that Billy puts on this straight acting guy, and people say that he suddenly gets more attractive, and basically it's something that happens where he acts straight, like a straight alpha male at the gym, and he attracts this other guy, and then in the next scene, laugh, 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 he turns out that he's a flaming homosexual, not buff kind of alpha male that they were wanting. Like, to me, that could have been the movie, and I think that should have been the movie, and everything else should have faded into the background. I will say, in terms of like a Judd Apatow kind of movie, I think Billy Eisner is too handsome to be in that role. I think somebody else should have had that part, because typically it's a kind of a Seth Rogen type of guy, and he somehow manages to score this beautiful woman, and he realised the comedy love. I don't like them. I don't like them. But anyway, so but I think it could have worked. I think it needed And see, I bought my partner bought the DVD, and we watched all the making ofs, and it did seem as if Judd Apatow and the director kind of left everything up to Billy, and I think it could have been a much better film if someone up the top said, hey, let's cut this down and focus on the main story. Okay, now I will say it was fairly enjoyable. We did get one laugh, so I would probably give it about 2 stars. Like, if it's gonna pass the time. Funny thing, all the funny jokes are in the deleted scenes. So if you get the DVD, that's where all the good stuff is. Go to the deleted scenes. There's some really funny stuff in the deleted parts. Okay, so now, if you're looking for a gay romantic film, where, got these 2 guys falling in love, and it has a happy ending, it has a happy ending. I mean, of course, you could do Single All the Way. How did that guys from Brothers and Sisters get 2 of the same type of roles in the same year? Anyway, so the film I want to recommend everyone, which it is a little bit sort of like The Clock. It's a hangout movie. It's this sort of young guy who wanting to be a Broadway producer, like Broadway writer, and he's got his best friend Tori Spelling, who's his song and dance girl, and he goes for a night out, and everything goes wrong, but everything kind of goes right because he meets this go-go dancer, and they end up having a real connection, but they want to, they want to copulate, they want to get together, but everywhere they go, they have no space, they can't be together. This is the film that kind of launched Coco Peru, and it proves that Tori Spelling could be wonderful and charming in a feature film. Tori is fantastic. Everybody is fantastic, including Steve Hayes, who I feel like am I going to get a cease and desist order by doing this type of video? But anyway, he's also a great part. He's got a great supporting character arc, and it all happens over the course of one night, and it's just delightful and it's romantic. They were going to make a sequel. I hope they do, but it hasn't happened yet. So Coco Peru's bad luck continues with the Girls Would Be Girls sequel and now the Trick sequel. But anyway, so strongly recommend watching Trick. Bros passes the time. If you want to watch it, you can watch it. It's okay. I don't think it's very good, but it's okay. But definitely, like Trick, it was released by New Line Cinema. It did pretty well at the box office, considering. Like when they try to make Bros like the first gay film, it's sort of like, hey, what about Brokeback Mountain? What about what about the Birdcage? Like, there are so many films that got a wide release. Like, why is this one special? But anyway, I digress. Like, Bros could have been really good with a good development executive, a good director, and a good producer. And I don't think it had any of those things. Sorry, guys. I mean, you're not going to give me money anyway, so I'm going to be honest. All right. Thanks. If you want to catch my movie, it's playing at the streaming service Gaga Ooh La La on, I think it's worldwide. So it's called Matcha and Vanilla, and I hope you enjoy that as well. Happy Pride Month, and please check out my other videos on the channel.